But there's so many kids that are being misdiagnosed as problems or ADH or those wrong stereotypes.
Yeah.
When really in the old days, and Michael talked to you about that, those were the champions. Those were the warriors. Those were the kids that were celebrated. When you talk about constantly having to move, where Devin was described as that, of having an ADH or whatever that shit is, right? And they were like, I'm like, you're not giving my son no fucking medicine or nothing, no pills, no nothing.
Slow him down.
Right? Listen, Dev, he runs, he works out, you know what I mean? And he parties. You dig? He got a whole lot of ADH.
But to your point, find a way for them to channel that.
Absolutely.
Don't dumb it or numb it or silence that, but put them in something that they can channel that and use that.
Well, okay, so we got into boxing, right? And we understood and found out that what a sport it is, right? Of course, you have to worry about the damage, right? And that's always in the back of my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Is Devin getting out in the sport with what even Floyd said is having all your faculties, right? So for me, knowing everything that we know about the sport, right, and all the connections, I wasn't going to do that to my youngest son, right? Because that's not where he was naturally gifted at. Devin was fighting regardless. He was fighting before he was put in the gym, right? So I put the tennis racket in his hand, and I said, okay, check this out. This is a sport that they're going to hit the game. The money is going to go by you. They're not going to hit the ball to you. They're going to hit the ball away from you. If you want the money, go get the ball. If you don't want the money, just let that money go by.
I like that. Raising Devin, and all the stuff that we've spoken about in the last hour or so, about all the things that you've instilled with him, and the rest of the kids. As he becomes a man and his own person, is it hard kind of watching him do just that, come into his own?
Yeah, no, it wasn't hard. It was terrifying, right?
Okay.
And Dev like, Pops, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I said, okay, well, if you're good, then you would break away, because I'm never gonna push you out. I'm gonna hold you tight. I'm gonna stand up with all my boys and all kids. You got to break out on way from me. I'm not gonna push you out. You got to break out. Other than that, I'm gonna be right there, shoulder to shoulder with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you're ready to get out and let Pops be what I consider, if you want to be that alpha wolf of the pack, right, and get out in front, Pop's gonna lay back. You know what I'm saying? And be that wolf in the back.
Right.
Professional boxing analyst Akademiks said that Tank would put Devin in a wheelchair. What's your response to that?
Well, he knows a lot about music and nothing about boxing, right? Of course, that's a good way. That he has his opinion, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that we wanted to be in a position that no matter what, you feel something. You feel, and you know who Devin is. My job was to, once we got into sport, was to bring the kind of eyeballs to him that he was deserving of. And that Tank fight, make no mistake about it. I think that they're more scared about the fight happening than us. Their fans are more scared about it, because if he would put him in a wheelchair, why you don't tell him to put him in it? You know what I mean? What you waiting on?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Was the fight ever offered on your end for Tank, or how was that?
No, I spoke several times with Leonard Allaby, who was a president at that time, with Mayweather Promotions. Of course, Devin was, speaking to Floyd. You know what I mean? And every time they said that it wasn't the right time, until they've shown that they're not ready for the fight, that they don't want to fight. I think you've seen him bring up a 130-pounder, right? So if you can bring up a 130 pounder to you at 135, then you can go up to 140.
It seems
What's
like
good for the goose is good for the gander.
it seems like for me as a viewer, and I know a lot of people are going to have their opinions about what I say, but I feel like the fights that Tank is taking, I don't feel like are that appealing to me.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about, you know, with Ak, I mean, you know, with all due respect about his opinion, he can have his opinion, but I mean, Tank ain't putting them in the wheelchair. So why you think he gonna put Devin?
Good point.
And you know, you never knew about Lamont Roach.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. You know what I mean? I did. I'm in boxing, but no one knew about Lamont Roach. No one knew about. No one knows these guys.
I didn't know
know
much about Frank Martin either.
Yeah, no one knows these guys, right? So you only know about who Tank is fighting from Tank, right? We really put that work in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We really been in there with in the gym with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'd say is that it's disrespectful to the sport and disrespectful to your peers when you don't offer them a fight, when you don't make that fight happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Right.
see.
So I always salute those that make it happen, those that get together and put on great events. You know what I mean? You just can't be on Osterring.
First and foremost.
Do you really want to fight? Do you really want Devin to fight Garcia again, or does Devin want it?
Definitely we want Ryan Garcia to enroll in VADA and start getting tested, show that he's a clean fighter. You know, I mean, he in his circus after post-fight, he said that he was going to go to rehab. He said that he was going to go do this, do that. He ain't did nothing. The man went over to Japan for an exhibition. That's what he went to go do. And
did he do that because he's suspended?
Huh?
Did he do that because he's suspended? Is that why he's taking that?
He did that because he's suspended. But the thing about it is if you're really clean, right, I would say, right, show the people that you're clean by going to the same agency that you tested dirty at, right, and start giving them some clean piss.
Right. Start there.
Start there.
For those who don't know, VADA is an organization that tests regularly, but
right.
I believe what you were saying in another interview was that it's a 24-hour, they can call you whenever.
They can call you whenever. It's random testing.
So it's not just before weigh-ins. It's not just after the fight. It's not just...
Yeah, just like anything else. If you have a corporate job or you have a job that you signed up and they say they could test you at any time. If you're a pilot or if you're, you know what I mean, something of real responsibility to others, right? You know what I mean? And then you say, they came in and tested me. It was only a little bit.
Yeah. A small amount.
Just a little bit. You know what I mean? They said, what happened, baby? They tested me. I just had a little bit in there. You know what I mean?
No.